let's get this out there. Y'all know the drill. AMC actually catching a little bit of a pop here. That's some perfect timing. Still not liking the 4 hour. 3 minute we're running up to the 200. So let's see, let's get some of these moved around here. Yeah, 1 cent too low. Oh my God, why is this so difficult? There we go. So we'll kind of wait and see if anyone pops in here. I know a lot of people just don't like being around on the red days. The SPY popping hard. Let's check target. Target's still running. My God, Target got serious run up on the RSI there. 91. Not sure if it can continue this momentum. Still get notifications on Google. PROG fixing to get across here. Cassie, how's it going? First one in the live stream today. I wasn't sure if anyone was going to stop by. You know, just with how the market is today. I wouldn't blame people if they, didn't want to be hearing about the market all day. I know Clay's live stream, there weren't too many people in there. Oh, I'm on PROG, that's why. Oh. That looks like I disconnected there for a second. Like the hedge funds are shorting my bandwidth. So how is your day going? Let's jump back over. Russell waking up. NASDAQ waking up nicely. SPY certainly taking off today. GameStop on the 5 minute That's interesting. They're trying to reclaim. Not worried about those. Did to me yesterday, busy working, and then no Wi-Fi and power for a few minutes. Yeah, it was weird. It's just every once in a while I get the red flash at the down there on my screen, tell me that stream disconnected. It happens. I should complain to my internet provider about the horrible service. That's a joke, of course. Now, did y'all get thunderstorms down in the cities? Let's see, Max Payne. Just heavy rain. Oh, okay. Yeah, just trying to see if there's a way to squeeze a little bit of extra cash out of the market this week. I did have, I actually had my largest loss of the year today, which luckily for me was only like $52, $53. It was not much at all. So ended up lucking out there. Recognized the trade going bad. Got out of it. Got out of it before. Hey, Redline, how's it going? Got out of it at I think 12% loss. You know, usually stop loss is set somewhere between 15 to 20%. I saw it turning around on me, and it's like, nope. I'm going to go ahead and exit now and not wait for it to get worse. And come to find out, it did. I was playing UVYX, which is the inverse of the SPY. Hey, Riptide, how's it going, man? So yeah, UVXY is it's a 3x leverage against the SPY. So pretty much when the SPY's going down, instead of playing puts on the SPY, you play calls on that. I'll actually pull it up here and. Let's see. Yeah. So UVXY. So yeah, it looked like the SPY was going to continue downward. It was it was testing levels of support and was looking like it was going to punch through. So rather than playing puts on the SPY, I come over here and play this because it's it's pretty much playing the same thing. It's just there's extra leverage on it, and that extra leverage means extra leverage, more volatility, more potential for making profits. It's just my timing wasn't good. And yeah, I recognized it because the SPY started to turn, and usually when the SPY starts to turn, the UVXY it turns, like right after it. Or sorry, it's 1.5% leveraged against the SPY. So if y'all know me by now, y'all know I like flexibility in trading strategy. So we're going to jump back over to AMC here. So I ended up selling the cash secured put at $21. Collected a $110 premium. And basically what that means, plug along, waiting for green, yeah. What that means is if AMC closes tomorrow at or below $21, then I buy 100 shares at that price. The problem is, if you take the strike price, 21, and take away the premium I received, you get a break even of $19.90 as your price. Well, as you can see, we dropped down to $18.63. So, at that point, it's more advantageous just to, if you were to buy the shares rather than running the position. So what I ended up doing was taking the puts that I had sold today, or the puts I had sold before, and that end tomorrow, I flipped them out to next week. And I actually got one strike price lower. So essentially, I got the difference between the two strike prices and the $50 back as collateral. Well, the difference, or not the difference between the strike price, difference between the premiums I received, which actually netted me an additional $30. It freed up $50 of collateral, so that was an $80 move right there. So now I can sit on I've got another week to see what happens with these, and if it continues moving away, then the following week I can just do the same thing. I can try and find a place where I can get at, add more time to the contract, but get some of that premium back, and maybe step down to 20 or 19.50. It depends how low they push it, and it all depends where is the best place for me to go ahead and get those shares at. So I still have the cash secured put. It's just I moved it a week further away and made it cheaper. Yeah, kind of cheaper, kind of just more profitable. His channel. Mentioned that on Vix's channel, and he came across, he's like, you realize you sold that to another retail investor. Part of the thing they were talking about is there's a lot of debate going on right now. People are thinking that if they buy puts, it'll... Hey, Bucky, how's it going? If they buy puts, that the hedge funds will have to go out and move the price up to hedge against it, which is totally wrong. So it was just kind of funny that I went in there and I rolled out my cash secured put position out another week. He's like, you sold those to another retail investor. I think he got a laugh out of it because all these people out there, if they're buying puts from the hedge funds, it's creating that extra selling power. But the fact is that there was someone like me running out there pulling cash secured puts. That means instead of them buying that from the market maker and creating that negative buying pressure against AMC, it went to me instead, and I just basically took them for some premium. Which is better for a retail person to pay me than to pay a hedge fund to short the stock further. I think some people are still having trouble with how stock market plumbing works. So yeah, now what I want to do, so instead of 110, it'd be $1.40. So we're going to throw another line on here, because since I rolled that out further, it actually changes where the break even is. So the break even before was $19.90, because the strike price of 21 minus the collateral received. Well, I got that extra $30 now, so now instead of being 110, it's actually or $1.10 down. It would be $1.40 down. So now we are looking at, what do we got here? $19.10 would be our break even. And y'all know I'm gonna have issues. Y'all know this is gonna give me issues here. So I'm gonna do my thing here. move this up. There we go, 1910, and we're going to turn this into red. So pretty much this, the red line up there, that pretty much tells me, looking at when we get into next week and I start looking at reevaluating that cash secured put position, that'll tell me kind of where I want to be paying attention, where I want to play around with it at, if I want to roll it out another week or if I wanted to go ahead and execute at that point. So yeah, I would have lost out on a little bit of premium. If I let it execute and then looked at the following week at covered calls to try and make up some of that differential. Looking at just at the volatility right now. Oh, that's tomorrow. We want next week. So yeah, I'm kind of looking to see where the covered calls would be for next week, because right now I'm riding those 26s, and those are so far beyond safe right now. It's ridiculous. I would love us to go up and threaten those 26s. I just do not see it happening. Those contracts are currently worth $3. If you remember, I sold those for $93, so I'm already at a $90 profit on those, which is nice. And I was debating throwing another set of covered calls out, kind of cheeky on this week, just to grab a little bit of extra profit. But I don't know if I wanted to go and push out for next week instead. The 21s are looking nice. Again, when I'm looking at these, I'm looking at getting at least $100 in premium. But not knowing what kind of run up we could see, it would almost be worth waiting till tomorrow morning. I got to learn how to play options. Yeah, Redline, we are here all the time. Anytime, pop in here, especially if you catch me after hours. After hours, when the market's not moving, that really is a good time to teach options. Well, Simon, what you do, so you sell a covered call to open it. To close it, you'll buy the contract back. You'll basically be buying a long call. Yeah, remember, anytime you are selling to open a position, all you do is buy that position back to exit it. Yes, it'd be interesting if I took these. I want to wait and see how it looks tomorrow morning, because everybody knows that first 15 to 30 minutes you can see increased volatility. If we get an upward volatility spike, first of all, it will drive the strike price higher, which means if they push it back down, it'll lose value faster if they push the stock back down next week. So yeah, I can wait and see tomorrow how volatile we get. Who knows? After market we may get a run up. So kind of wait to see where we open tomorrow, because Friday can be a good day to get your contracts for the following week. You've got an extra day worth of theta built in, so theta is value as a seller. You want that price to come down. So yeah, I like contracts where I can collect $100 premium. Unfortunately, I'm normally at work, and night is why family time. I'll try break free, reading books on it now. Yeah, anything you can do, Redline, to get more knowledge on this. I don't know the exact ones, but I know some of my live streams have gone pretty well in depth. I know I've done a couple one-on-ones in here for the most part with people, and one-on-ones just kind of showing step by step how it would work. So yeah, my 26s for this week. Yeah, if you look right now, the last contract sold was at $3. Just theta ramped up. It would almost be worth just spending the $3 closing this out, but they're gonna expire worthless tomorrow anyway. I don't see a run up to 26. If we do get a run up to 26, it would be a blessing, and I'd probably let them go and then turn around. If we got a run up to 26, I would probably close out of the cash secured puts from last week, let the 26s go, and then do a double stack of cash secured puts for next week. Potentially in the two. Maybe receiving $200 premium on a single contract. It just depends. It depends what the volatility would do. Options scared me. Then I watched Frank for a few weeks. Now options are a way of life. Covered calls all day long. Easiest way to make an extra buck on a sale. Yeah, it is. But gotta remember, Riptide. You gotta remember. When dealing with covered calls, if you're doing a wheel and you're okay with losing the shares, pick your prices. Pick the price you would like, pick the premium you like. If you don't want to lose your shares, remember you might want to step a little bit further away, and you might want to have a stop loss in place. It just depends. What is your intention behind selling those options? If you're playing the wheel, then it's all about maximizing your profit. If it's about just trying to generate a little bit of extra cash without losing your shares, then it gets a little bit trickier, and you have the potential to lose money on it. So it just depends. What is your end game of this? And I'm all about I want to increase revenue week by week, and let that snowball. If I keep doing this, pick up a couple $100s a week. Well, after a couple of weeks, I'll be able to enter another I'll be able to add another contract to that position or to that play. So right now, if I'm playing 2 contracts a week, getting $100 each, that's $200 a week. Well, if I get a third contract up and running, well, now that's $300 a week, and you can see how that can start to snowball. Buy stock low, plan to sell higher with covered calls attached for extra buck on the trade. Yeah, that is one. You can do it, Riptide, with just buying the stock raw. Like if you were. We'll take a look at Ford here, because I know you and I both play Ford. We both like Ford. So yeah, if you were sitting on $1,500 right now, you could run out and buy 100 shares of Ford. And then from there, you could immediately go in and sell a covered call at the $15 strike price. Because you're only paying $1,481, you would collect an extra $34. If it ran up, you would also be getting another $28 on the sale, and then you just wait for it to dip down, and you just wash and repeat. Or you can do it with... Now, see, this is the dangerous part, because you don't know how far the price is going to go down, and this is what I'm doing with AMC right now, is rolling out a cash-secured put position. So let's see if we have any kind of value right now on the cash puts for... you can collect $8 for the $14.50 strike price. It's a little bit of cash at this point with only 1 day left. If I was going to enter in like this, I would actually look a week out. Same thing, the 14.50s, now you're collecting $26 a contract instead. So that extra time, that's if you didn't want to just go out and buy the shares raw right now and immediately start into the covered calls. And usually, not always, a lot of it does depend on the direction the stock is moving. But if you're playing the covered call side of the house, you will collect more premium than the cash secured put side. And the main reason behind this, on a call position, the upside is unlimited. On the downside, the maximum loss is the price you paid. Even at max loss, if you go in and buy your shares right now, you buy 100 shares, $1,485, that is your maximum loss. That's the stock going to zero, being absolutely worthless. Ford closes its doors forever. If you're playing the upside, those shares have unlimited potential. So that's why, in general, you will see higher premium on the call side of the house. What's going on with Biggie? Biggie was down, coming back up just a little bit. So let's get this open. Oh, what to do. AMC covered calls. I'm cheering on my Ford calls now. This morning was rough on the stocks. Yeah, the Ford this morning just was not starting to run a bit. I was waiting to see when the crossover happened. Let me have a look here. Let's get it up on the 4-hour. See, on the 4-hour, it's still on a downward trend for playing the position long. It's in pretty good shape right now if you're looking to play it in the shorter term. Yeah, the 1348 on the 5 just happened not long ago, starting to pull up a bit. Let's look and see how Ford is looking here. Trade options. I want to look at there. Not saying what date I'm looking at. It's got plenty of time. Let's do those. There we go. Filled. Done. Chart looks bad, but I fingers crossed approach. I have a fingers crossed approach I hear works. Yeah, it's looking at it on the short term. If it can continue these gains, I think it was looking okay on the 30. Yeah, on the 30 it's looking good. It's getting up. It's hitting the 13. Hopefully it can carry through the 13. This would be the confirmation right there for a trend reversal coming up. Hasn't quite made it there on the 1-hour. The 4-hour, it is turning a green candle right now, which is a good sign. It just depends, it's got to make the move in the short term. The good news is, so I ended up, did I get those right at $1 each? Yeah. Because I'll tell y'all after the fact, but I won't. I got to be careful about letting y'all know, before I do stuff, that whole market influencing thing. So yeah, May 6th, and I went right for the 1450s. Oh, calls. Yeah, their numbers are weird here. Yeah, it looks like they just have different reporting numbers. Yeah, I took the... Oh, that's break-even price. Derp. Give me a second here. Ford. Yeah, they're listing different prices on here. I think Weeble just might be lagging behind a bit with their prices. But yeah, I took the $15 for May 6th. If we continue getting a good run up, depending upon what we see, if it gets closer to the 200, if it runs up closer to 1510, I might go ahead and pop out of those then. But I've got time for it to come back up. Yeah, we can go in and have a look. The Ford 15 is 29 days out. I'm losing $1.50 theta. That's not bad at all. It is saying that these are worth $76, but the live market trading has them at $1 each, rather than 76 cents. Nice, I got the 15 for April 29. I would hope to be out of it quicker. Yeah, that's the quicker you can get out, that's always best. 73 when you bought. Well, yeah, that's just, depending upon when you got in. Looking on the 5, there was the cross right there. But yeah, I'll hold these for just a bit and see if Ford continues upward movement. See if it gets a turnaround. Yeah, hopefully we both get good gains on those, Riptide. I just hope you're wrong about it going down to that it's on its way to 12. It does look like it's having a nice reversion. It bounce captured, continue running, got to 13 to cross above. It just needs to continue upward movement. And what's going on? AMC just kind of still doing its thing. Well, we can check Ford and at 1450. It was just funny when I got those 100 shares of Ford and I went through and did the covered call. It ran up, executed the covered call, and then right after my covered call, it ran away and the price started to drop. It's like, oof. Let's hope this is support on Ford, because otherwise, not looking good right now. Yeah, let's just hope this this trend continues. So wouldn't you know it, yesterday for lunch I get my motorcycle cranked up and everything, and then today it's snowing. It's like, all right, now that's a sign that I'm not getting out on my bike for a while. Why? Hey, Vengeance, welcome. Why is the market? Oh, that was GameStop. Yeah, no idea. I'm wondering if it was just people were a little bit spooked initially over the Fed minutes from yesterday, which really weren't anything new. Uh, but yeah, the SPY just decided to turn around, and everybody started an upward trend. No idea what brought it on. I'm not complaining. Market wants to run up and start doing good. Everything with the exception of the cash secured puts on AMC, everything else I have is calls, so I'm not too worried there. Do you think the apes will hold out for the squeeze or sell short? I'm seeing lots of fatigue. Uh, I think there's some people out there that think they're apes. They just, I'm just not sure how many of them would hold long enough. Uh, that's really what it comes down to is just, how much can they take? And of course, a lot of people, they have their exit strategy. They know the level that they want to get out at. They know, what kind of money they have to see. They know where their life-changing money mark is. And for each person, that's different. Everybody's going to have their own trading strategy. So yeah, some people are going to get out a lot shorter than they initially thought they would. Some people will follow a trading plan that involves an early exit. It just each investor has their own way of doing things. Ford is still creeping up on the 3 minute. Man, if it can get pull the 15 above the 200 on the 3 minute, could see Ford start to take off at that point. Like I said, we already got the cross, the 13 above the 48 on the 5. It happened a lot earlier on the 3. This would have been the prime place to get in. AMC did get the cross. Biggie is wrecking you today, down a lot. Yeah, Biggie. Depending upon when you got in, yeah, Biggie was not doing anyone any favors today. Yeah, if you look on the 30, the fact that on the 30 you're still moving below the 13, the entire day has not been above the 13. Yeah, Biggie is not looking good. 4 hour 4 hour crossed below the 200. Yeah, that's definitely looking very puttish in the long term, especially if the 13 crosses below the 200. Yeah, Biggie's gonna hurt a lot of people today. Ford, keep going. Go, Ford, go. Yeah, Ripchat, I don't know if you're still in here, but yeah, since yesterday, I was looking for a reversal on Ford. Of course, we didn't get it yesterday. In fact, looking at it, the entire day, the 13 was below the 48. We're finally seeing life coming into it. We're finally getting that cross. Regardless, I think I'm safe holding Ford into tomorrow. Hopefully, hopefully Ford. If we look, there was a little bit of a gap down. So hopefully on Ford, after hours today, we get a little bit of a gap up. If we continue upward price movement the way it's going right now, start moving closer to that 200. Who knows? In after hours, after hours today, pre-market tomorrow, have a gap up above the 200 and start to run a little bit. What's going on there? Oh, wow. Let's see, how did I not get alerted on that? That is silly. That was absolutely crazy right there. I totally would have been in on a 13 cross and then running up above. Yeah, this is sick right here. I would have loved to have gotten notified on this one. Anybody else? Nobody else really standing out in the market. Keep climbing forward. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong thing. If we just get Ford to kick it into four-wheel drive and just start climbing uphill, that'd be great. Get out and lock those differentials and just start climbing. How are we looking on the 3 here? Yeah, on the 3-minute, we're still moving our way up to the 200. Sean, I disagree. Not everything is down. I'm looking through. I've got quite a few in the financial sector that are still up. Looks like energy for the most part is up. There is a ton of red in the market. There's no doubt about that. But let's look at Target. Boom. There's Target for the day. Let's look at Pfizer. Boom. Let's look at Walmart. Ooh, Walmart's starting to pull back a bit. Well, Walmart was going on a nice little tear. Walmart was on a tear yesterday also. So it looks like Walmart's just pulling back, giving up some of the gains. I think that was actually an all-time high for Walmart right there. Forward, keep climbing. Let's have a look. Airbnb, Nokia. Yeah, a lot of stuff is following the trend of the SPY. A lot of them look darn near identical. There are a couple that are, a couple are bucking the trend right now. Target was a perfect example. SPY was dropping, Target was running. SPY started to move upward. Target kept running. It's people are making sick money on Target today. Oh my God. What the hell? That sucks. So yes, I just made a mistake. Okay, view all options. May 6th. How did I do that? That is... So put... Wait a minute. Hang on, clear. Give me a second here, because I made a major mistake just now. So I've got those. And now I call on the opposite side. Okay. Sell to close, buy to open. Let's see if this fills. Hey, Riptide, you still in here, man? Let's drop this to 0.19. See if it goes through there. Oh, come on. I'm waiting to see if this actually goes through. Let's replace that order again. Minimum 18. Okay, let's try 16. Let's see if that goes through instead. There we go, it went. Yes, I know. So yeah. And I ended up making money off that too. That is so sick. So, like I said, I am not a perfect trader. I am not immune to making mistakes. Who all we still got in the chat? Because this is kind of funny. Y'all are gonna. Who do we still have in here? Because this is quite comical what I ended up doing. Oh, what are those even at? So by accident, total accident, this was a huge screw up on my part, but I ended up making $64 screwing up. So I wanted to buy calls on Ford because Ford is, upward trending, so you want to buy calls on it. So I screwed up, and instead of buying calls on Ford, I bought puts. So, totally opposite side. Totally could have, screwed myself over there. I'm looking, it's like prices going up, but nothing's happening with my option prices. And then I look and it said put. I'm like, oh. So I end up having to go back, sell those puts back, and open calls at the exact same time. The differential in the movement of the prices netted me $64. So yeah, somehow I ended up screwing up and coming out ahead on Ford options, and that's just, yeah. It was a total mistake. I totally screwed up. I'm not immune to making mistakes, and I made that mistake, and I ended up profiting off of a mistake. So that erases that move right there. Even if I closed it out right now, that move right there erased the loss I took earlier playing the inverse, the 1.5 inverse volatility ETF. My play earlier, the UVXY, this just erased that loss that I took earlier. So yeah, that's crazy. Now Ford can start ripping. Now, man, drop it down into 4 low and just start ripping uphill now. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. I'm glad I caught that before it got too far, because on the 3 minute, it is testing the 200 right now. If it continues above the 200 on the 3 minute and drags the 13 above, Ford can really start moving. And that will be nice. Especially if it starts, if it moves up for the cross on the 5 minute. Yeah, that could be my move of the. This entire trade could be the move of the week. It's kind of like when the quarterback fumbles the snap, scrambles, does a dump to the tight end, and tight end turns up field and scores. This could literally be a play like that. A totally blown play, quarterback scrambling, trying to make something happen, and it may end up working out for me here. But unfortunately, everybody, it is that time. I've got to get back to work here. Lunch is almost over. I want to thank everybody who came by the live stream today. We had Cassie, Redline Sean, Paul, Riptide, Bucky Barnes, also known as 1111 Mr. Simon, and Vengeance. So thank y'all for stopping in. Spending my lunchtime with me and. Getting to witness an absolutely hysterical mistake that made me money. I don't know how that happened, but I will catch y'all later over on Claybro stream. Everyone, hope you have a wonderful day. Hopefully this market turnaround, everyone starts to make money. But from me to you, I wish you good trade and good health. I'll talk to you later on.